Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a K1 contest scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. Would you welcome to the cage first from Team Green in Doncaster, Peter the Machine Green. And now, would you welcome to the cage his opponent from AVT right here in Doncaster, Andy Dent. Introducing to you firstly in the blue corner, wearing white shorts, he weighed in at 77 kilograms. From Team Green in Doncaster, Peter the Machine Green. And his opponent across the cage in the red corner, wearing black and white shorts, he too weighed in at 77 kilograms. From AVT right here in Doncaster, Andy Dent. Your referee when the action gets underway is Brad Conway. This is three 3-minute rounds of K1.
So K1 over three 3-minute rounds. Peter Green, Team Green, versus Andy Dent, a local fighter from AVT. And Jay, you said Peter Green's come down the weights for this one.
Yeah, initially at CSFC4 we saw Green fighting as high as heavyweight. So, you know, this a lot better for him size-wise against a guy who's a bit more matched physically.
Right, so here we go, the first potentially three, and Dent wastes no time in going forward. Low kick, then the hands. Green looking to fire back with his own low kicks, coming over the top with the right hand.
Yeah, not the most technical exchanges from Green, but he's a guy, he has a lot of fights. He can take some punishment. You know, he doesn't often have that much success of his own, but he's become a bit of a cult favourite here in Doncaster for his, you know, his gritty performances, let's say.
Well, Dent is forcing the issue here, looking for the single knee that he's allowed. And as you said, Green firing back, but the problem for him is he's almost looking at the ground, isn't he, when he throws them? The head's so far down. I know there's tucking your chin in, but his head's so far down that he often can't see where that right hand's going. Yeah,
and if Dent came up with a knee or an uppercut, I think Green would find himself in a lot of trouble.
But he shakes that one off.
Yeah, nice snappy low kicks there from Dent. Green doing a good job to try and check him there. Once you feel one in the meat of the thigh, and it's not long till you want to start checking them and make sure that they don't accumulate that damage.
That's right. Well, it's a fast pace that Dent has set, and as you said, he's throwing those low kicks. He's bringing the right hand afterwards. Then the left knee came up, so Dent is seriously forcing the issue here.
Yeah, it seems to have a lot more diverse and technical striking array, does Dent.
Yes, and he's still got a big target area. I would target the midsection with those knees and those shots. Bring those, as he did there, the right hand down to the body, the chopping leg kick. As you said, he's targeted that left thigh of Green.
And I think Dent's quite content to know that Green's not really pressing the action, so he can tee off on him with not much coming back. That gives you a lot of confidence to be able to plant your feet and throw hard shots.
And as you said, he knows where he is at all times. There's no lateral movement from Green. He knows he's going to be stood in front of him or going back in that straight line, so he's always going to know where he is. And for Green, as you said, he's game, and it's looking for that big right hand that he's going to throw to have some success. But that was another huge kick to the thigh of Green.
Yeah, and you've got Green bringing his hand down to try and help with the defence on that thigh. If Dent can keep working that and then go up high instead, you know, the old tactic, he might find that works, and he can clip Peter Green up high with a head kick.
And again, the knee lands this time, and you're right, if he can sucker him into bringing that defending arm down, even if he doesn't throw the leg and throws a hook over the top, fakes the leg kick, throws the hook, it's going to land.
Yeah, and you can see Green's really feeling the effects of them low kicks now. He winced as he took that low kick there.
And as you said, Jay, it's a dangerous tactic, the way he keeps blocking with that arm. It's instinctive now, it's inbuilt in him. I mean, he stayed incredibly calm, he's relaxed there, and as you said, he takes a lot of punishment, but the point here is his opponent's racked up a huge amount of scores in terms of the round.
Yeah, definitely, and Green, he's not averse to being the man on the receiving end, but you know, in terms of his longevity and in terms of even just the tactics for this fight, it's not necessarily going his way by doing that. You know, he's tough, he's durable, and he's sticking in there, but he doesn't have all that much to offer Dent.
No, and I agree with you in terms of when we look at Dent, if he's a bit more subtle about his work, either plant 2 more low kicks to get that arm going down and then make the third one a feint and either bring the kick up high or come over with the hook. There's damage to be done if he thinks about it.
Yeah, Dent will definitely fancy his chances for a stoppage. There's a lot of ways, a lot of holes in Green's game that he could pick to go about it. And I'm sure his corner there, experienced corner, will have been pointing out some of these issues to him.
So second round, big first round for Andy Dent. And almost a Superman punch attempt there as he comes forward. I would continue the same tactic, chop at that lead leg, bring that hand down.
That wouldn't be a bad tactic for Green if he could be a little bit faster and snappy with that push kick, you know, to defend that lead leg. That would work, but it just didn't seem to have the snap there. It didn't seem fast enough to be able to get there before Dent.
No, but he has come out firing back a bit more. There was his own right low leg kick. And as I said, he is trying to mix it up a bit more here in this round.
Yeah, I think that bull rush type format would work well for him. At range, he's just getting that lead leg peppered with kicks. When he came in, just swinging for the fences, at least he gave himself a chance of landing some shots.
As it is, Dent just needs to get back to what he was doing best. Stay focused, stay working. There is a target there for him. And there he goes for it, the body shot, and Green smiles and says no. And sometimes you just look at people and know they just want to fight. I mean, forget the record. It's obvious that Peter Green just wants to fight.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much success in terms of notches in the win column, but he does it with a smile on his face. And he's, you know, it doesn't go down for anybody, Peter Green. You know, it'll come and it'll be a tough opponent to garner some guys some experience.
Yes, we call them gatekeepers, don't we, Jay? Where when you're moving up through a level, you look at someone that will give you a tough fight. You don't expect them to possibly beat you, but you know that they will go the distance with you. They'll be durable, and that's exactly what Green's showing here against Andy Dent. Yeah,
definitely, and it's what I think in the sport of MMA a little bit. The term gatekeeper is journeyman is used in the wrong fashion, as in a lot of the guys who turn up and don't really come to fight, they turn up and take the money and lose and go home. But Green is sort of the true journeyman who'll come in and he'll give the guys the right experience in the fight. He'll stick around. He's knowledgeable enough to be able to, you know, dodge and dive a little bit. And yeah, you know, to give a guy the experience of 3 full rounds is invaluable. And you know, a guy like Peter Green is needed.
Yes, and again, he's soaking it up here with a smile on his face and very, very durable.
Yeah, and you saw Dent's corner there really calling to action. I think they want to see a stoppage.
Well, I think what's happened for Dent, Jay, is the fact that we saw that great variety, and I think he's been dragged into the same pattern with Green, that if you're going to land those punches and the kicks, and they're going to continue to land, you're in control, you're cruising, and that variety sort of like almost left him the second half of that second round.
Yeah, he got too content, I think. You know, it's a phrase we've used a lot tonight, but a sense of urgency for Dent. I don't think he'll be overly happy if he goes the whole way. But, you know, he definitely looks sharper, and he looks like he had more hunger in that first round. Second round, he found a rhythm, a slightly slower rhythm. It didn't land as many shots on Green as he did in the first. So, you know, in the third, I'm sure his corner will be telling him, you know, use your hands more and really look for this finish. Definitely be more aggressive.
So third and final round. Andy Dent's won both of them. We feel he had a far better first than second, and maybe a bit more urgency in the third could possibly force the stoppage that he's looking for. But by the same token, Peter Green more aggressive in the second, making more of a fight of it, and he's come out in the same way in the third, willing to trade. But he just doesn't get that hip into those kicks, does he, with that his own right kick there to the leg of Dent.
Very much a token gesture, that low kick from Green. I mean, in terms of his technical ability, you see, he doesn't really engage his hips in his punches or his kicks. You know, he throws them out there, but his forte is more, you know, absorbing the punishment. That's kind of why he's here. You know, and he does a good job of staying around there, but I don't think we're going to see him stopping too many guys with his own shots.
No, and Dent, maybe just a bit more variety again. He's working the body well, but a couple of uppercuts in there as Green leans forward into his attacks with that chin up. A knee or an uppercut to change tactic here.
Yeah, and some nice punches and a knee from Green came in there. You know, he still believes in this fight, and he's still there to trade with Dent.
And he does conserve energy well. I mean, there's not much movement from him. When he goes for it, he's the one that comes forward throwing the leather like he'll try now. Outside of that, I'm impressed with the way he does conserve his energy, soak up that punishment, and that's why he's still there at the end of 3 rounds.
Yeah, no unnecessary effort, and you know, you see the token shots there when he absorbs a few and then he throws some back.
I agree with you totally with the kicks, which is a shame because he's at range enough to make those kicks really effective if he started to try and use them properly or learn how to use them properly.
Yeah.
And the crowd have got a bit behind him here because he has forced the pace here in the third. He has asked Andy Dent to step it up once more.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good of Green to do that, to force a guy and to give Dent this experience. And he definitely fancies himself in this third round. He landed a good knee to the body earlier. You know, he's landed more shots probably in this round than he has in the whole fight so far.
That's right, and as I said, if he was to go back to the drawing board and really work out those leg kicks to help him, he'd have more success. But it's been a good round for Peter Green here in the third. He's not going to win the fight, but he has pushed Andy Dent, and Dent will learn from this now.
Yeah, and you know, Green has a lot of like mental characteristics, as in the toughness and the heart to be a fighter. You know, if he polishes up on the technical skills, there's no reason why, you know, he's going to start getting some of his own wins under his belt.
Well, the problem with his kicks, as we saw there, it's almost like the leg equivalent of a slap. But as you said, in terms of heart, chin and determination, it's all there. But I still feel, obviously, it's a win for Dent, but like you, Jay, if he was to polish up his skills and work hard on the technical side, the other things are there.
Yeah, definitely. Not to distract from Dent. You know, he showed some good combinations. He strung it together nicely, nice low kicks, and he's done enough to get the win there.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of K1 action, we go to our judges' scorecards. We have a unanimous decision with all 3 scoring judges seeing the contest in favour of your winner. From AVT right here in Doncaster, Andy Dent! Would you please continue your warm applause for a great opponent, also from Doncaster, Peter the Machine